Hi everyone, Sam here. So I received a lot of positive feedback after my last video when I asked you guys what you'd like to hear for the next episode. Uh, I had topics ranging from the role of drones in our Defense Department to Kentucky Senator Rand Paul. The one that caught my attention most, and I thought I would do first, is immigration and how the Libertarian Party sees our immigration policies shaping America and what we would do if we were in power and we were setting immigration policies. So, if you're familiar with the Libertarian Party, you know that individual liberty is at the basis of all of our political positions and really at the core of our political philosophy. All of our beliefs are shaped off of the idea of increasing the freedom of the individual while limiting the power of the state. And we generally believe that individuals are freer and even safer when the government doesn't meddle in things it shouldn't. And this applies to both personal and economic issues. We can look back on history and see a litany of examples of the government stepping its big, clumsy self into situations where it should have just left well enough alone and either let the free market or let individuals determine what is best for them. And this applies to immigration as well. So, I guess the simplest answer onto what is the Libertarian Party's position on immigration is that we support a common sense policy of reducing government regulations and government control of immigration. So, if you're familiar with American history, you know that really from the founding of our nation to the current day and age, unfortunately, we have plenty of examples of policies, of pieces of legislation which were enacted or were influenced by notions of xenophobia, false ideas of racism and racial superiority, and nativism. And this was particularly true in the early 20th century, in the early 1900s, where we had philosophies such as social Darwinism and the white man's burden, quote unquote, which basically reinforced ideas of white racial supremacy, particularly whites from Western Europe. And we have legislation such as the Emergency Quota Act of 1921 coming out, which restricted immigration from areas such as East Asia and Eastern Europe. And this is just a blatant example of the government giving preference to one racial group. So, just going back to that original point of maximum freedom, minimum government, libertarians generally believe that the best solution for solving our immigration problems is to substantially reduce the amount of government we have in immigration, reduce the amount of government regulation, government oversight, and government monopoly on immigration. That being said, we do believe in national security. We do believe in borders for the purposes of national security, just like we believe in national defense. We need some form of border patrol. We need border security agents, not only to protect us from national security threats, but also from dangerous individuals, dangerous products, even dangerous diseases from being imported into the United States. While we believe in that, we believe in a strong national defense. We also believe that individuals should be able to travel freely for whatever purpose they need, whether it's work, family, just to live somewhere else. Individuals should be able to live wherever they like without the government harassing them, making them go through some complicated, unnecessary process. And if you look at our current work visa laws, they are so riddled with red tape. It is so complicated just to go to the United States to work and to contribute your services for our economy. It's no wonder we have over 12 million undocumented immigrants coming over here just to work. So going back to the original question, which sparked this whole video, which is what policies would libertarians support regarding immigration? Well, first and foremost, we would support a pathway to citizenship for the some 12 million undocumented immigrants living in the United States. Many of these immigrants were brought here either against their own will, possibly as a child, possibly through some other enterprise, and have been living in the United States peacefully, obeying the laws, paying taxes for almost their entire life. And yes, for those that did come here illegally and break the law, they did break the law, but they shouldn't have that hanging over their head for the rest of their lives. They should be afforded the opportunity to become American citizens, American taxpayers, and contribute to our economy. Secondly, we would support less restrictive work visas. Like I said, work visas are a pain to get. It's incredibly difficult. It has gotten better in recent years with things such as NAFTA, but it's still far too complicated, and it's taking a damage on our economy. Thirdly, we would support an end to deportation of nonviolent, undocumented immigrants. These undocumented immigrants, even if they did come here illegally, even if they did break the law, they are living here peacefully now. They are obeying the law. They are paying taxes, and they are working hard in the American economy. And we shouldn't be deporting people, wasting government resources trying to make a political point and sending them back to their homes. America is their home now. Finally, and I think the most broad point I can illustrate is that libertarians support a more diverse America. We think the strength of the United States is in its diversity, and we are not simply an English country or an Irish country or a French country. We are a country of all kinds of peoples, all kinds of beliefs, and all kinds of ethnicities. And we need to recognize that and promote that in America. Well, thank you all so much for watching. I really do enjoy making these videos for you guys, and I hope you enjoy seeing them. If you want to know more, you can subscribe to my channel on YouTube, or you can follow me on Twitter at A Young Libertarian to stay in touch. This show is entirely fueled by you guys. I only pick topics that you guys ask. So if you want me to discuss any questions, topics, or issues that you have, just leave them either in the comments or on Twitter, and I'll try to get them on the show. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you soon.